Can you able to see the screen? Hello, guys. Am I audible? Okay. Okay. In last class, we have discussed with the CSS position by using the CSS position and display property. We have done a login page and we have done the registration page. Today, I'm introducing the new concept called Flexbox. Okay. See, before that, we will understand practically in reality world. Take a library. We have a bunch of books. Okay. So what will you do? First, we need to arrange. To arrange that, we need a one cupboard, right? So so that if we have a cupboard, we can able to arrange the books neat and clean, so that we can able to take the book whenever we need a particular books means we can able to take it, and also it looks very nice. See here, if you keep like this a bunch of book in the form of unordered list means it is very difficult and it won't looks very nice. Are you getting? So we are making the a bunch of books if you have means, if you are doing making arrangement, and or we can tell as a organizing the books in the form of ordered form, it will be very nice. Same way, we have a navigation bar, h1 tag, paragraph tag, image we have. There is a multiple elements we have, that all the elements we are going to do the some, we are going to organizing the elements in the form of proper way. Okay, that is called flexible, so that we can able to see the page, web page in the form of flexible format. Is that clear? That is the work of the flex. Is that clear? Now we will discuss, we will go for the code. I'm opening on project, sorry, I'm opening the Visual Studio. Here on it, I'm creating one. Say everyone create one folder called flex. In that folder, I'm going to open the command prompt code space dot. I'm opening the Visual Studio. Here I'm creating a one HTML page giving index dot html. I have created. Here I'm creating the one boilerplate. Here I'm giving the three heading tag. Now we are going to do this one. We are having on three HTML tag we will create, and we will do the some background colors and some padding and margin. Everyone do the padding and margin and give the background color. This color is green yellow. Okay, just give the colors padding and margin. Follow here. If you don't know, just I'm giving the three heading tag. So I will give h1 into 3. You will get the heading tag, and I'm giving 1, 2, 3. Just saving, and I'm creating the style. Inside that, I'm selecting the h1 tag. Am I audible, guys? Can you able to hear me? Ah, okay. I'm giving the background color green yellow. I have given, and I'm giving the some padding something giving 5 pixel and a margin around margin 10 pixel we will give. If I give what is the output saving and open with a live server, yeah, it came. What is the project, what is there we have given, everything is came and the color is also black color it came. Now what is flex, we have just now we have discussed just organizing some elements like what are the navigation bar is the html heading tags are there, paragraph tags are there, it will be in the form of unordered list. So all the tags we are going to do some organizing, we are going to organizing the elements. For example, navigation bar has to come top of that, footer has to come at the end, inside that image has to come center, or it has to come side or right side or a left side. We are going to organizing by using which one, we are going to use the one property called flex. By using that flex property we are going to organize the elements. Is that clear? So we have done three heading tags I have done. Okay, I have created a three h1 tag and I have given some background color yellow green and I have used padding inner side for 5 pixel I have used and a margin I have used. Now see in practically what we have done in the cupboard. In the cupboard all the books will be organized. Same way, if you want one cupboard means what will you do? You will create a one div tag. So I'm creating the one div tag I have created. Inside that I'm at the h1 tag and a pasting here. See, now you need all the arrangements. Are you getting? If you want some, for example, see here it has taken this space, and here it is there gap space. It is there. In a one click, if you want to organize all the HTML elements, means you have to select everything. Control A, select everything. After that, give Alt Shift F. If you give, the all the elements will be organized in the form of proper way where it has to see here. Last time how it was there, I have given space here, like this I have written. Now in a one click you want to organize all the html elements means first you have to select everything. Clearly understand, you have to select everything. After that there is a shortcut alt shift f, all the elements will be organized. Okay, alt select everything, alt shift f. Here I have given one extra space here. Okay, it will be organized. Now earlier what we were doing, I'm selecting the div and I'm giving the color div. I have selected div, I have selected display. What will be the by default, what is the display, what will be there, display property, yeah, block, in the form of block will be there. If I save means, if you see the output means the display will be in the form of block. Now just one word I'm giving, see here, one word I have, instead of block I'm using flex. I'm using flex. I'm saving. Before saving, see the presentation. Now this element has to come this form like a inline. But if you give inline, it will also work. See, always remember whatever I'm giving the properties, I'm teaching the properties, right? Whatever I'm giving the properties, for example, first time I have given the display first I have used margin and padding. By using margin and padding also you can able to do it. And to in that we have to do lot of work, like you have to give margin for everything, like that you have to do lot of code, it occurs. After that, to overcome that, what I have done, I have you introduced display property. In that display property, inline how to use, and inline block how to use, and what is block I have introduced, and a block. So I have introduced here also, you can able to do it by using inline, you can able to do it. There also you have to use, for example, you need between these 1 and 2 you need gap, means there also you have to use margin, you have to use padding, you have to use. It also takes the lot of code. Now again I'm introducing same concept only, we are reducing the codes, that's it. Are you understanding? We are reducing the codes. Now just I have used display flex instead of display inline. I'm saving. Now if you see, all the elements came in one row. Are you getting? In one row it came. See, if you use inline or inline block also you can use. After that, if you want to spacing, margin and all, sorry, you need extra space, or you need it has to become big and all, you have to use extra width, you have to use top height, you have to use margin top, you have to use margin left, you have to use that and all we have seen. uh, to overcome these kinds of extra codes, I'm introducing flex, display flex. What is the work of display flex? Behind the scene, how it works means, see the PPT. First, it was there in the form of block. By default, all the elements will be there in the form of block. If I leave, so by default, what will be there? Display will be there in the form of block. If I save and see, means this is the our default format. After that, if I use flex, what happens? This block I'm replacing as the form of flex. What happens inside the contents, what and all there, it will be converted into flex items. Clearly understand these contents. What are the H1, 2, 3? These contents is converted in the form of, if you use flex, display flex means the contents will be there in the form of flex items. After that, this block, that div container becomes as the flex container. Clearly understand, flex container. After that, the direction, by default, if you use flex, display flex means by default flex direction will be there in the form of row. Clearly understand? Okay, see here, now by default we understood it will be there in the form of block. If you see the output, you will get all the elements will be in the form of block. If I convert block into flex, what happens? All the elements here, it have a one div container. After that, all the elements will be there in the form. See here, if you give background color black, any color, no need, I'm using orange, any color I have used. See here, it has taken as the, that container is the one container. Inside that, it has been there in the form of flex items. After that, it will be there in the form of default, that flex direction will be there row. Flex direction will be there row. Flex direction, first by default row will be there. Clearly understand? See here, see the difference. If you see the output, flex direction will be there in the form of row. Now if you change row into column, same like a block it happens. See, like a block it came, like a form, like a block format. But you can able to change it, modify it. For timing, understand, if you use flex word, all the div, this entire thing will be converted in the form of flex box. After that, Inside the div tag, what and all there, it will be there flex items. After that, by default, flex direction will be there row. If you want to change the direction of the content, it will be there in the form of. If you want to change the column, means by default, by column wise, your the data will be, the elements will be displayed. Please try it. Do it fast. Do it fast. Try it. I'll give 5 minutes. Am I audible, guys? Okay. Now, see, as soon as you take a six heading tag, H1 tag is take, each heading tag give, after that put it in the div tag, inside the div tag, try it like this. I need like this. Instead of like this, one line, I need two. First row and two. Two rows has to come. How will you try? How will you give? Anyone? Just see here. I have told. I need a six heading tags. Background color let it be three, four, 5. See, clearly understand, we are doing today is, we are doing one image gallery project. It will be very very useful, very important concept. That's why I am explaining slowly. Clearly understand. If you are not understanding, please let me know. I will explain again. If I save, see here, it came 6. I'm changing the direction now. In the form of row, I'm changing. So imagine now div is the parent. Inside the div, what and all there, it is the children of the div. Div is the parent, and h, all the heading tags are the children of your div. See the output. It came 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now it has to come 3, after it has to come 4, 5, 6 in second row. Now I'm changing, I'm reducing the width of the parent one. Now I'm doing only inside the parent. I'm not using h1. I'm not designing any h1. Just I'm changing here only. Width I'm giving. Width I will give around 200 pixel. As soon as you give, see the output. It is taking width, but it is going around. For example, it is overflowing for the parent. Children is overflowing. Though if I give width, reduce the width, it is not taking into second row. How will you take now? There is another concept I'm introducing. No, 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 not break. I'm designing. I'm designing it. Mute it. You should not give. That is how for the words and all. For the headings inside the paragraph, you need one line. It has to give the break and all. That is a inside the structure. We are giving the break. Here you need to. It has to come second row. How will you give? There is another concept I'm introducing here. There is a concept called flex wrap. Clearly understand? Flex wrap. If it is overflowing, if you use just flex wrap, according to your background, the all the contents, all the children will be displayed. Is that clear? See here, now I'm using for the div for the parent, I'm using flex wrap. By default no wrap will be there. If you see here, by default no wrap. How? By default the display block, same way by default flex wrap will be there. If you see here, by default it is the flex no wrap. If you use wrap according to your background, according to your size of the width, it will be displayed. See here, according to how much size is there, it is coming inside your width. Now if you increase accordingly, it will be increased. If you give 300 pixel, see here, accordingly it is taking. If you are giving 400 pixel, it will take accordingly. Are you getting? Size of your width, it is taking, all the children will be assigned. How parents, whatever what the parents does, according to the parents instructions, the child will be adopted. That is the concept here. That's it. Is that clear guys? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಇದು ಈ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟು? ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ? Anyone that you should not, you did not understand? Anyone is there guys? ಇದು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆದ್ರೂ ಮೈಂಡ್ಗೆ ಬಂತ ಏನಾದ್ರು? when you're doing the project you will get to know, don't worry. ಸೊ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನು ಒಂದು ಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬೈ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್. Okay, in that if you use flex, all the items inside the items, what are the all there, it will be there in the form of flex items, and the parent will be there in the form of flex container. ಒಂದು ಕಂಟೈನರ್ ತರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದಟ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದಿ ಕಂಟೈನರ್ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. By default flex direction will be row. After that ನನಗೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ರೋಲ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ವಿಡ್ತ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಯು ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ದಿ width, so according the children will be the children will be acts according to your width. After that if you use that wrap, it will be acted. Is that clear guys? If you want to use flex wrap, it will be overflow, it won't react with your parents. Is that clear guys? ಇಷ್ಟ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ? ಎನಿ ಒನ್ ಗೈಸ್? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ವಾ? ಏನು ಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಏನನ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವ ತರ ಬಿಹೈಂಡ್ ದ ಸೀನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ವ್ರ್ಯಾಪ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ I'm introducing justify content. For example, see here, now I'm using I'm increasing the content first. For example, taking only 2 and I'm increasing the width 600. Oh, 800. I'll give it. Okay, see here. Say here, it is there 1 and 2 at the starting. Now these things, flex items, has to come center. I'm introducing the one property called justify content. Okay, it comes under the main axis. We will discuss what is main axis and what is cross axis and all. Before that, if the elements flex items has to come center, means you have to use justify content center. See, the words has to come center means text align we usually use. You will get to know what is ಯಾವ ತರ justify content ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ. ಫಾರ್ ಟೈಮಿಂಗ್ ಈ ರೋ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈನ್ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ರೋ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಕಮ್. ವೆನ್ ಯು ಯೂಸ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ you have to, for example here, if you use here justify content, justify content center ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಮೈನ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್. ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೈನ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್, ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್. ಅದು ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸಿ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಕೇಮ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್. ನೌ ಸೇಮ್ if it was there, if it is there here, column means if you use justify content, how it comes, sorry, column, column I'm using, column it was there, width I'm giving, wait, give the width, height I will give, giving height I'm giving 100 view height, save. See here, same justify content I have used here, but main access ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೋ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ, listen here, main access ಅಲ್ಲಿ clearly understand, for the justify content main access ಅಲ್ಲಿ think okay, main access ರೋ ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದು justify content ಕೊಟ್ರೆ in row format the all the items will be displayed. If you the direction will be column, if you give justify content it will be it will come in column wise center. Clearly understand, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಅದನ್ನು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ರೋ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇಫ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್, see here, this thing has to come center here. now I'm using here, ಇದು ರೋ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ align items, not a text align, I'm using align items, align items, here I'm using row. Clearly understand, row I'm using row. See here ಯಾವ ತರ ಬಂತು ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? if you are using row, if you are using align items center, what happens, how it comes here, ಈ ತರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಲೈನ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ರೋ, ಸಾರಿ, ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ರೋ ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದಾಗ್ರೆ ಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್ ರೋ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಜಸ್ಟಿಫೈ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ರೋ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್. if you are using align item, in if the direction flex direction is there in the form of row, if you are using align items it will come the in the form of column, column wise it will come. if you are using the align items column it will come. if you are using justify in the row it will come center. if you want end means just justify content end, start end. and if you are using start front, you need means by default front starting will be there. if you want front means you have to use justify content flex start. is that clear guys? ಇಷ್ಟ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಗೋ, ಸಾರಿ, ಜಸ್ಟಿಫೈ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಗೋ, ಅಲೈನ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಗೋ. ರೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್, ಸಿ ದಿ ಕೋಡ್ here, the flex direction if it is there row, if you are using justify content in the row format the data will be, items will be assigned. Clearly understand, the data will be assigned. if you are using, if this content it has to come here, it has to be the row only flex direction, but the content has to come this side, column wise it has to come center means you have to use align item. but if you have the text direction in the form of column means if you use same justify content in the form of column the data will be items will be come, or align, sorry, data will be, so the items will be come. And if you are using align items, the data will come in row format. Is that clear? With justify content, what is justify content and align items, ಯಾವ ತರ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ? Guys, clearly understand. ಇವಾಗ flex direction is there in the form of row. Now I need, ಈ ತರ ಇದೆ, this 1 and 2 has to come center. Wait, I will remove the background so that you can able to understand. See, this 1 and 2, this one item has to come center. This one item has to come center here. Now, if the direction is the row means, you have to use justify content, content center. At the time that the items will come center. If the fl- flex direction, if it is there, column means, here column means what happens, justify content ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? So you have to give height here. Height I'm using. It will come center here. Clearly understand here. If you are using justify content, if it is there, row means in the form of row direction, justify content will come. If it is there, column means in the form of column, the data will be assigned. Is that clear with this justify content? How it act as justify content ಯಾವ ತರ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ? ಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ರೋ ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ರೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಕಲ್ಸ್ಕೊಟ್ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದರ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ಗೆ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು ಮೈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇಸ್, ಮೈ ಎಕ್ಸಸೈಸ್, ಯುವರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಸೈಸ್ ಇಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ದೇರ್ row only. Okay, it has to be the row only, direction will be their row, but this one, pixel, I'm removing the background for this one so that you can able to understand. Okay, one ಅಂತ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, so my task, your task is, this direction has to be the row only, but this one has to come here in the form of column. Is that clear? At the time what you have to do, you have to use, instead of justify content, you have to use align items center instead of justify content. Is that clear? If you see here, you will get output here. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Now ರೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದು ಕಾಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೆ, if it is their column, what happens, this will be like a justify content center. How it acted as a row, if it was their row, like a justify content, the data will be, that data will come center. Is that clear? ಇವಾಗ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Anyone? Okay. Now we have seen justify content center. Justify content. You need start means by default flex start will be there. At the end, if you want to give means you can give justify content. I'm changing by default row. Justify content center. I'm giving, and I'm creating the another h1 tag two two, and I'm giving the background color any color green yellow. I'm giving height for this height. Fit content I'm giving so that fit here I have used height for this h1 element. If you use fit content property according to your content, the color background color will be applied. Not for the parent I'm using, for the elements. Is that clear? For the elements I'm giving for this one h1 and h2. If you are giving height background color, fit content means you can give according to your content. The data will be the background will be applied. For x here one, if you are giving this one according to your background, the content will be the background will be applied. This much is clear. Now see here, it will come center. Now I don't want center, it has to come start means 100% I'm giving so that center it will come, center it will come. It has to start means by default flex start will be the justify content, flex start will be the flex start will be the. If you want end means that content end has to come, it has to come end means you have to use flex end. Flex end will be the, so your content will be will come end. Now it has to come here, this end has to come. What will you do? It has to come here. Can you able to follow the cursor? Here it has to come. What will you give? Align item. Then align item. What you have to give? You have to give center. Yeah, center you have to give. See here, it will come center. Now I want here. This content has to come here. What will you give? Here it has to come. Bottom center it has to come. What will you give? Anyone? No. Now clearly understand here. Justify content. I'm giving center. Center I'm giving. Align items I'm giving. Flex end I'm giving. Clearly understand? Flex end I'm giving. If I use center, it will come center. It will come center. And I need here. So end you need means align item flex end. Flex end. If you give, it automatically comes here. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Here you need means this corner you need. What will you give? ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಆ ರೋ ಇರೋದು ಎಂಡ್ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಕಾಲಮ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಎಂಡ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. ರೋ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಕಮ್ ಎಂಡ್, ಕಾಲಮ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಕಮ್ ಎಂಡ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ವಾಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಯು ಗಿವ್? ಎನಿ ಒನ್? ಫಾತಿಮಾ? ಮಾವಿಯಾ, ಮನೋಜ್, ಶಾರುನ್, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ವಾ? ಇದು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತನಾ? ಸಿಯ ಜಸ್ಟಿಫೈ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಇವಾಗ ರೋ ಇದೆ. ರೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಸ್ಟಿಫೈ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ರೋಲ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ರೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಸ್ಟಿಫೈ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇಸ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಜಸ್ಟಿಫೈ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ರೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬಾಕ್ಸು ಐ ಆಮ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟಿಂಗ್. ಇದು ಸೇಮ್ ಜಸ್ಟಿಫೈ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್. ಅಲೈನ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ಸ್? Align items, what how it works? It will act as the column direction work ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಸ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಇಷ್ಟು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇದು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್, ಸೆಂಟರ್, ಎಂಡಿಂಗ್. ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಜಸ್ಟಿಫೈ, ಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, if it is there row, by default row it is there. Justify content center. Is that clear? And sorry, start flex start justify content. After that, this direction, take a direction, this is the row direction. Then justify content, ನನಗೆ ಈ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಬರಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ justify content center. Is that clear? End you need means justify content end. Okay, align items, how it works? Flex start, center, flex end. Is that clear? ಇಷ್ಟು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Please guys tell me. Now what I'm doing, this content I'm creating, and this is the content. Imagine it is the content. I'm giving in the form of another color. I'm giving, this is, imagine it is a content. Now I'm telling it has to come center, means justify content center you have taken. Is that clear? ಇವಾಗ this one has to come ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಡ್ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಕಮ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಂಡ್. ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್? ಜಸ್ಟಿಫೈ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ center. You have to give justify content center. After that, align items like a graph. Understand guys, like a graph. Align items also where it has to come center, justify content, flex end. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಇದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟಿಫೈ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಡೂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಟಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್. ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ ಜಸ್ಟಿಫೈ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಗೈನ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಅನದರ್ ಒನ್, ಅಲೈನ್ ಐಟಮ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಕಮ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್. ಇಷ್ಟು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ನೌ ಟೇಕ್ ಅ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು ಬಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಜಸ್ಟಿಫೈ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಇದು ಈ ರೋಗ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಲೈನ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯೋ ಅದು, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಮರ್ಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂತು. ಇವಾಗ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ನೌ here same concept I'm doing. Now this content has to come here. What happens? Justify content you have to give center, align items end. If it is there row, now what happens? It takes come here and it will come here. Justify content ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಸೆಂಟರ್, ಇದರದ್ದು ಎಂಡ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಅಲೈನ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನಾನೇನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅಲೈನ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಎಂಡ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಇವಾಗ? Now, see here. See the program. Now I need starting here. Bottom starting I need. What will you give? Justify. Ah, yeah, exactly. I need everything center means center. Good. Correct. Now, this one you have seen. Now, see here. Space between means if you have two contents. If you have a H1 and H2 means it will take a exact space. Two contents also it will take exact space. See here. ಎರಡು contents. Imagine yellow and red is the two contents you have. Okay. What happens if you give space between means if you give space between means what happens? It takes all the space like a and it will go. Like everything it gives the exact space like ಎರಡನ್ನು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ವಾ? See here. See the program here. If I give justify content space between means see here it takes half of the space this one and half of the space this one left and right it takes. Around means space around means space around means around it will takes around it takes the space for everything. Here also same, here also same, here also same, here also same. How much distance it is there, same distance it has. How much distance right side it has, left side also it has. Is that clear? Space between, space around, justify content center, align item center. Is that clear guys? You understood right? Now we are going to do the one simple image gallery project. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? We are doing the image gallery project. Now everyone open one folder, create one folder. Inside that some images or 4 or 5 images, put it, paste it over there. Do it fast. See what now I am also doing.